Hello traders, this is Jeff from Zen Trader. I hope you all had a great weekend, very relaxing. Back to work though, and what Monday, low volume, so maybe some people like to not really read too much into that, but that's typical of this time of year, and you can't really read a whole lot into a low volume session other than the fact that a lot of people took the day off. If it was a high volume day, then you know that a lot of people are buying and that stocks will probably go higher. But a low volume day just means that the sample size of bulls and bears is just smaller, and it doesn't really mean that markets can't go lower. In fact, a lot of the times it means that the markets will go lower because we haven't hit any kind of capitulation of any sorts. Not that we have to, but with the length of time that this market's been drifting lower, I'm starting to feel that we're going to have to see some kind of washout before we're going to get any kind of sustained move higher. So the first chart that I have here for you is the NASDAQ 100 percentage of stocks above their 50-day moving average. And this is nothing more than a sentiment indicator to kind of get a gauge of the internals of the market. And this line down here, the 20 line, is where typically the markets are starting to form some kind of bottom. Basically, you don't want to be entering new short positions in this area, and we still have some ways to go. We're not in there. So my whole point in showing you this chart is just to show you that we're not so oversold at this time, and we do have a reasonable amount of room to head lower. And even once it gets in this area, as you can see, it can kind of linger in here for a while. So still plenty of downside room to go in this chart. This is the NASDAQ, and this is a, what is it, a 15-minute chart. Yeah, and essentially we're kind of range bound right now. You can see in the RSI right here, every time we hit this upper resistance level here, boom, fell down, hit up, fell down. Now, my market timing signal on Friday flashed a bullish signal, and essentially I like to have it close above in my bull range for 2 days, and what that does is it eliminates a whipsaw. So it's essentially, it did its job today and kept me out of the markets on the long side, and I still have some of my shorts left over, even though I did trim on Friday, because one of the things about having a system is you have to follow it all the time, because you never know when, if you just start being discretionary and changing the rules all the time, you're gonna get into some bad trades. So I'm still short, and so looking at this chart, it's not really a good time to do much anything except hold on to the positions that you may be in, because we could just turn around and bounce out of this. Because I wanted to point out a chart. This is a long-term chart of the NASDAQ. This is a 6-year weekly, and you can see here we're kind of in this flag type area, and looking at the RSI, this is actually a bullish action between it's been stuck between the 40 and the 80. So, but we're right there. So I kind of have I'm looking at some of my charts, and I think we're going to have a big move soon. I don't know which way. I think we're either going to bounce hard here, or we're going to really head significantly lower. And the odds are on the bears right now because they have the momentum. My system is bearish, so I really have no reason to believe that the markets aren't just going to collapse here. Just be careful, guys. This is not a time to be making big bets with your equity, because essentially I think anything could happen. It really feels like people are really starting to get frustrated, but yet at the same time, a lot of traders are expecting this market to just crater. So I'm not so sure that's going to happen either. I'd say this week and next week, I think this will be resolved maybe not this week because of the holiday weekend, but maybe when we come back in September and get everybody comes back to work, I think that we're going to see some kind of resolution. So not a whole lot to report on. I just wanted to let you know that I'm still short. Haven't gotten any bull signal yet. We kind of had a fake out, but my system remains short. Okay, take care, everybody. Have a good evening. Bye.